All right guys, so last time you guys saw us on the kitchen, you saw we were making pumpkin pie, and today what we're gonna make is pumpkin bread. Because after the run, the big pumpkin run in Orange, we're gonna have pumpkin treats for y'all. So get excited for that. After the run, you have a lot of things to do. There's gonna be pumpkin treats, a big pumpkin patch with 11,000 pumpkins. So it's gonna be a great time, but today we're gonna make pumpkin bread. So the first thing that we need to get are all the ingredients, and I have them all right here. So if you look at the ingredients right here, we have baking soda, we have baking powder, we have salt, nutmeg, we have cloves, and also we have cinnamon. And then finally we have some pumpkin right here. This is the leftover pumpkin that Willie had from the pumpkin pie, so that's why we're making pumpkin bread today. And we also have butter over here. So this is room temperature butter, and that's what you need. You need room temperature butter. Don't try to make it with cold butter because this is just not gonna work well, or melted butter as well. That's gonna mess up the whole texture of the bread. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add all the dry ingredients into this bowl right now. So what we're gonna do is add the flour. This is the flour. This is a cup of flour. So basically I took a recipe that was on the internet and I just cut it in half because we didn't wanna make too much bread. So this is for 1 loaf of bread, and this is 1 cup of flour. So this is 1 cup of flour in here. Next thing we're gonna have is baking soda. So that's the baking soda. That's a 1/4 teaspoon. This is the baking powder over here. Then we have the salt. We have the nutmeg, I think, or cloves, one or the other. We have the cinnamon. This is all a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I think this is the clove right here. So that's the clove. All right, so what we're gonna do is mix all this up right here. Just get that mixed up. And then we're gonna set it aside. All right, so I'm just gonna put this over here since I don't have another bowl. I'm gonna put it over here just for now. This is my loaf pan. And then we're gonna do all of the wet ingredients. So basically we're gonna get the butter, and this is room temperature butter. Take that out, put that in there. You are supposed to use a stand mixer, but we're gonna pretend we don't have one and just do it this way. So do that, and then you're gonna mix it with the 1 cup of sugar. Didn't say it was healthy for you, but it is gonna be good. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up until it's all nice and looks very granulated. I bake every once in a while. I don't bake a whole bunch, but I find it fun to bake. It's kind of like chemistry class whenever you're just doing, the baking process. So I learned to bake a lot of things. One of my favorite things to bake are chocolate chip cookies, but this is not a chocolate chip cookie run. This is a big pumpkin run, so that's why we're doing the pumpkin pie. So here we go. All right, so if you take a look at it now, it looks almost like a granita, so very well mixed in. The sugar and the butter is mixed in well, and now this is the time we're gonna add the egg. Whew, that was horrible. I did hurt my thumb. That's why you guys see that, my thumb right there. We're going to mix this into here. Get that egg in there, well incorporated. So you get something like that. All right, so now we're gonna add the pumpkin mix into the egg, sugar, and butter mixture. And then we're gonna incorporate all that together as well before we add the flour. And we're gonna mix all this up. Looking like pumpkin pie right here, but that's why we're gonna add all the flour in a little bit. So now we got everything incorporated. It's all like one nice homogeneous color, pretty much. We're gonna add the flour. So now we're gonna add the flour. Let's add it a little bit by little bit, like half of it, and then we'll add the other half after that. One last thing that I did forget to say is that you do need to set your oven to 325 before this. Just preheat it, just so it's ready for this process now that we're doing, about to place this mixture into my pan. I'm going to grease the pan, the loaf pan, with some oil just so it doesn't stick. And then put this mixture inside of here. All right, so there's the pan. Now I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it out. So hopefully this rises. We'll see how this bread turns out. All right, so now we're gonna stick this in the oven for about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. So again, it's 325 oven. Let's go ahead and stick it in the oven. All right, it's been in there for a while. I did a little toothpick test and everything came out clean, so it's time to take out the pumpkin loaf. Let's see how it turned out. All right, so the loaf looks pretty good. It didn't rise as much as I wanted it to, but we'll see how it looks. It looks like a piece of bread, so let's just turn over on here. All right, here's the loaf. Some of it got stuck on the bottom. All right, let's go give it a slice. See how it tastes. There you go. Yeah, it looks like a nice, moist piece of pumpkin. Right there, you guys can see it. Looks pretty good. Let's give this a taste. Actually, it tastes pretty good. I'm actually impressed. I had pretty low hopes for this. I didn't think it would turn out as well, but you see, it tastes really good. Pumpkin pie. This is a pumpkin loaf. One more time. If you like pumpkin pie, or if you don't want pumpkin in your coffee, this would be great with your morning coffee for sure. And also it would go great after a race, because we're gonna have pumpkin treats for our race, the Big Pumpkin Run, happening in Orange, Texas on October 8th. Make sure to sign up. It's not only for runners, it's for walkers too. We have a 1 hour time limit. It'll be a great time. Be able to go to the festival afterward. 11,000 pumpkins to take pictures of, and you'll have a race to go along with it. So make sure to sign up today. Hope you guys enjoy this video of the pumpkin loaf. If you guys try this, make sure to tag the 3 bros. And you guys know the 3 bros, we're over here trying to bring big city races to towns all across Texas. All right guys, see you guys later. 3 bros, out. Pretty good.